The lowest point for me, I think, was when I left the army. I became isolated, which led me to a bad place. I felt that I was on my own with no help or support.
I found it really hard when I left the forces. Just that whole massive family wasn't there anymore, that security. You were getting a regular pay at the end of the day, so to all of a sudden not have any of that was really quite scary.
I'm in pain all the time because of my broken neck. I've got nerve pain going down both arms. My prolapse disc causes pain down both sciatic nerves, down both legs.
I was stressed, I started drinking, going home tired, arguing with the wife. Yeah, things just went horribly pear-shaped.
Whilst on guard duty in Iraq, we came under heavy rocket fire. Then I decided to run for cover. 2 weeks later, I then woke up in Birmingham, and then they told me that they discovered me lying in a pool of blood, screaming. After coming out, I realised I wanted to work with large farm animals, cattle, so I approached the poppy factory for help to achieve this. I thought it would have took me about 20 years to achieve what I'm doing now, but that's all down thanks to the poppy factory and the peers that I have around me supporting me.
At the Poppy Factory, we support veterans who have become unwell. They've either got physical or mental sicknesses or injuries that have been acquired in service or after service, and we support them into the employment and career choice.
Kat's pointed me in the direction of this, which is a full working dairy farm. Back from where I was to where I am now, I feel a lot more confident and happy with myself and more content.
This is the Hungry Lemons Cafe. It belongs to myself and my wife. I joined the army in 1999, which was just fantastic. I decided to go to university to do a sport and exercise science degree. I landed badly in a tumble. Force of me landing from quite high out of the air shot straight up my spine, bent my neck the wrong way, crushed my lower spine. If I hadn't been on a sprung floor, I'd have been paralysed instantly. During that time, I ended up going through a divorce. I had to move house about 3 times. And my mental health hit a massive low. I did get to the point where I tried to kill myself. And then I came home in 2014, met my wife and accessed the local mental health services. And I was just going through job after job, couldn't cope with the politics, it was too physically demanding on my back. I started cooking for a family who wanted a family cook, and it turned out actually I was quite good in that department. And this place was actually a little place called Annie's, and it had popped up on Facebook for sale and got the calf. I'd been working with Jane from the Poppy Factory, who was really helpful in helping us get going, just keeping me motivated, giving me some really helpful tips on what to do, where to look next. So we put in for some funding, and that went through to ABF, the Soldiers Charity, and they amazingly helped us out, which was just the best thing ever when we got that news. We could not have done it without those 2 charities, without the support from Jane and without the funding from the Soldiers Charity. So the great thing about the Poppy Factory is once you're in work, they don't just disappear, they continue to support you, and that's just the most amazing thing, that you've got somebody advocating for you on your behalf who really wants the best for you.
My name's Fraser and I'm currently a valuer stroke surveyor for a company called Insurance Surveys Limited. I served in the Royal Air Force for 10 years. I started off being electronics technician radar, working on the Tornado's electronic warfare systems, got injured and was subsequently medically discharged. I've had umpteen jobs in Civvy Street since I was discharged in '83, and then about December last year I was made redundant. Totally out of the blue, 2 weeks before Christmas. It was getting really desperate because I'd never been unemployed before, and so I reached out to the Poppy Factory for their help. They will understand your issues no matter what they are, how complex they are, they will get it. In my case, I thought that my injuries were so complicated and unusual that nobody would get them, but I was wrong.
My name's Steve Williams, ex-Royal Navy, 23 years. Come towards the end of my career, I got a job in London, and yeah, things started going downhill. Resigned before I was pushed, separated from the wife. Next year was absolutely awful. no reason to go up. They said, you know, if you don't stop drinking, you're going to die in 18 months. Lay there thinking, what are you doing, Steve? What are you doing? I haven't drunk since. That was June last year. Got in touch with Poppy Factory, the lovely Katie, assigned as my employment advisor. I thought I could really make a difference with my experiences. Katie's help was invaluable. Looked at my CV, gave me support with that. Saw the advert, went through the interview. A week later, got a phone call, job. When I found out I'd gotten the job, I was, over the moon. It was a huge weight off my shoulders and a real sense of achievement. 10-minute walk to work, it's like I really want to do, working with veterans.
There were so many transferable skills that Steve had, and I just think he just didn't notice that. I think, you know, he didn't realise actually that he had a lot to give. Any employer would be lucky to have him.
The Poppy Factory, the help they gave me was superb, pointed in the right direction for work. Life's great, and thanks for that, really.